So curiosity makes people open mail attachments, which installs malware on their PC. But you also said that you take advantage of the helpfulness of people. How's that?
Well, I also use a method called Vishing. I simply call the target person and pretend that I'm a guy from the IT department. It often worked for me to tell them that their PC has a virus. I will advise the user to operate some useless system diagnostics to distract him, and at some point, when trust is built, I just ask for the password. When this doesn't work, I start scaring them. For example, by telling them that it is very, very urgent to find the virus, and that he or she will be held accountable if that virus spreads on the network. Just ask yourself, what's the worst thing that could happen? The worst thing is that the target person gets suspicious and hangs up. But trust me, not many do. By the way, it is more difficult to do a vishing attack by directly attacking high-profile targets like CEOs, because they are often better trained and become suspicious more easily. As a starting point for our attack, taking over a normal user account has proved to be most successful.
For hackers, it is much easier to take advantage of real people, just like you, rather than trying to get around a firewall. All it takes is a phone. An outside number won't make a target suspicious because many companies use external service providers to manage their IT. So an outside number is not seen as a warning sign. Even an internal number can be faked. Maybe the phone system was hacked first, only to prepare for the main attack. In fact, publicly available software to fake numbers exists. So that's a small hurdle and not an indicator at all. What can you do? A bank will never ask you for your credit card PIN number, and an IT department will never ask you for your password. If they do, they are either badly trained or they're hackers. In both cases, you should refuse to provide your password. Instead, you should simply hang up and report the incident to your manager, IT department, or security manager, depending on your company's structure. If you think you might have revealed sensitive information about your organization, do not hesitate to report it to the responsible person in your company, including the network administrator. He or she can handle any suspicious or unusual activities. Second, you should immediately change any passwords you might have revealed. If you did use the same password for multiple applications, make sure to change it for each account, and do not use that compromised password ever again. If you work in a larger company, chances are high that there is a policy in place for cases like this. Be aware that these calls might also reach you on your private phone. There are further scenarios that hackers use, like pretending to work for an insurance company or as a government investigator. But they all have the same goal: creating a scenario where you're asked to give your password, bank account, PIN, or other sensitive information. Under all circumstances, never provide your password or other sensitive information to anyone else, not in a call, not on a website, or anywhere.